3, 2, 1, click. This is Date With Us, a dating sim podcast where two lover girls, me, Kanisha,
and me, Claire,
date, mate, and rate cyber sweeties because every gamer needs a little love in their saves.
We're inviting you to join us for our digital debriefs about our pixelized paramours. Whether they're in visual novels, roguelites, or funky indie darlings, we'll dish on who we're romancing and if our choices really mattered.
It doesn't matter if you're here to get love, lust, or just the bus.
You'll get to know at least one worthwhile person. Yourself.
So, light some candles,
partake in a vice of your choosing,
and we'll give you the lowdown on the games to download. I ate so much Indian food, and then I had to take a nap about it.
I had pot bellies and then I took a nap.
Yay! Yeah.
And then we played a bunch of dating sims today.
We're so 30. Cute.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, hello dear listener. Welcome to a very special bonus episode of Date With Us. We're doing a little thing we're going to call speed dating. Woo! What does that mean? It means we found one of the bundles that we're constantly talking about available to us on itch.io. This one in particular is the No Ice in Minnesota bundle. And we took a couple hours this afternoon and grabbed a couple different games from that bundle, and we decided to play them. And now we're going to talk to each other about them. Each of us played different games. So we will be going back and forth and sharing with one another about these games. And mostly this is just so that you can get a little bit of a niche look at what is available to you in the No Ice in Minnesota bundle. And so that we can talk more about that bundle and the work that they're doing.
Yep.
A little bit about the actual bundle where we're pulling these games from. This bundle is hosted by Jess the Human, who if you don't already follow Jess on social media, they go by Jess with one S, Jess the Human, across platforms, and they've done an incredible job organizing content from over 650 creators into this bundle in response to the ICE agent incursion in Minneapolis. So I'm just going to read this in the bundle's own words so that I don't butcher anything else. We created this bundle to raise funds for Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota in response to the Trump administration sending ICE agents to the Minneapolis area and the reckless murder of innocent people by ICE agents. ILCM provides free immigration legal representation to low-income immigrants and refugees in Minnesota and in North Dakota. They also work to educate the community about immigration matters and advocates for public policies which respect the universal human rights of immigrants. ILCM provides services based on capacity and has a generally high demand for their services. The more we're able to fundraise, the more people they will be able to assist. There is also available a bundle preview video that was made by Duncan Robinson and a variety of additional resources surrounding immigrant law, knowing your rights, red cards, and even links to different raffles and social media posts and other ways that you can get involved. So in general, I also personally am a member of the Charity TRPG's Discord server where they sort of do some of this organizing work around actual plays, like charity actual plays that they make, because this bundle doesn't just have video games in it. It's got video games, it's got TTRPG resources, it's got TTRPG games, it's got like little art programs and assets that you can use to make your own games. So there's a ton of stuff, and the minimum donation is $10. I really am a sucker for any situation where it's like, A, goes to a great cause, B, is $5,000 worth of games for $10. So you're liable to find at least something that you like. Mm-hmm. And like something that you wouldn't have picked up otherwise, which is something else that I really love about these bundles.
And there's some great deals. Calico is a pretty popular game. The Cat Cafe, I think I have it on the Switch, but it is on sale in Steam for, I want to say, somewhere between $13 to $15. And like Claire said, the minimum donation for this bundle is $10. So for, less than the cost of the game on Steam, you get this game and then nearly 1,500 other games that you can enjoy. And if you're concerned about your itch library, if you haven't bought a bundle before, they do have a separate bundles page so that it's not flooding your regular stream where your games in your library are. So you'll still be able to navigate that. And then if you want to look in the bundle before you buy just to see, you can go to randombundlegame.com and they have this bundle and then other bundles that might have been previously available for charity that where you can look through those games, filter a little bit more than what the itch filters provide, and just kind of see what you might be interested in. And definitely ways to support, get a whole bunch of games, and make this accessible to you if you're very much concerned about just working your way through all the games or pouring over them.
Oh, yeah. In this day and age, love is political. First, just to list a couple games that are not actually. Do you think I should talk? So I played 3 things that were not dating sims that are in this bundle, but I just wanted to see what they were while we
Hmm.
were separated today.
Hmm.
Would you like to hear about them in rapid succession now or at the end?
You can talk about them now.
Great. So the first one is Pomo Farm, which I did not play today, but I know is in the bundle and I am obsessed with. It was my gateway game into idle games and like
Hmm.
productivity based games. So if you have been curious about any of those, like if you like things like Rusty's Retirement or even Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions, Pomo Farm is a great like farming sim and like Pomodoro timer based thing where you play as a very cute duck named Tomato. Then I played Dead End Job, which was made for a game jam and feels very much like it was made for a game jam, but it was like this person's original world that they call Prismverse. And it's like a movie theater job, but they're very concerned that there is an assassin coming to get them.
Oh no.
And so it was a quick play and it was very interesting. I think like I wouldn't necessarily recommend people all run to go play it, but I do want to recommend people go look at it because I want them to keep working on the world because I'm like, I think there's something interesting there. I have a lot of lore questions that weren't necessarily answered.
Interesting.
Also, do you know about the tool Arcweave?
Arcweave. I've heard of this. Is this a RPG engine?
Yeah, it seems like some sort of like platform for making game narratives, which mostly that's what drew my interest to Dead End Job was the way that it was structured was just really interesting and like the interface was interesting and then I figured out that it's cuz it was Arcweave and not like a lot of these games in this bundle are Ren'Py games, Ren'Py.
I think pie, but
Pie.
whatever.
And so it was like interesting to have a breath of fresh air in that. And then become a first-rate artist in just 30 seconds made me so happy. Uh
Ooh.
if you get the bundle, also just go to this one in there. It's browser based. It's just a neat little like art maker. And like you press down for different amounts of times and different color comes and there's like different things you can do with the keyboard and things, but it truly is just a fun little like brain cleansing art maker and I thought that was really cute. So I wanted to throw that one out there too.
Oh, on that note, one that I thought we would both like is called Bookworm. You get a little worm that you keep alive by writing, unless you already have it.
No, I don't. I gotta add that one to my list.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this seems like very clear, and I need this too.
And there are
Um,
so many.
yeah, there are
It's
so
crazy.
many. And then in that, like when I just searched it because I remember seeing it, there's also the Bookworm Circle, which is a one-page RPG, and you play as a bird in the body of a fictional human character, which also sounds really cute and would be a throwback to Hatoful Boyfriend.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm like into bird games now.
Because there are a lot of TTRPGs that are similar to the dating sims that we've played. Because I was looking at Let Me Be Your Thrall, which is a
Yes, I saw that one
two-person.
too.
Yeah, that's a two-person TTRPG that I was like, oh, it's First Bite, the TTRPG.
Yeah. So there are so many TTRPGs in there. There are also sometimes there's like non-copywritten music bundles that are in these for folks who are developing their own games. There are other like different assets, whether it be like files to work from or things like that. So, not like Claire was saying earlier, there's not just games, but also TTRPG documents and just so much to support you being creative in so many different ways and maybe contributing to a bundle like this in the future for the development of your
Yeah.
own game. So,
And a lot of zines. Can't believe I didn't say that
all
earlier.
right.
And there are zines.
Didn't you find like a zine maker? Or, oh, there's a
Yeah.
zine maker right here, which also seems awesome. And if you, for some reason, are someone who is not in a position where you can donate $10 or more, a lot of these games are also name your own price. These games or these tools are name your own price as well. So, still worth looking through the bundle, seeing if there are things that you like and support in your own way, whether it be through spreading the word, naming your own price, whatever, to at least support these creators in this community who is looking to work toward this worthy cause.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So obviously there are a bunch of games in here that we want to get to, but there are
Yeah.
some that we got to today.
Mhm. Claire, take it away.
Oh no!
As always.
Oh my god. Okay, so I am going to start with a very, very short little visual novel game that I played called Sugar Cookie.
Cute.
Sugar Cookie, you have 6 playable furry-esque characters, and basically over a very short scene, the whole game is maybe like 10 or 20 slides of reading. Super cute little anthropomorphic furry-esque figures with names. Each character has a unique gift to them. The premise of the game is that you and your partner are celebrating Valentine's Day together. And so you pick who you are, you pick who your partner is, and you're picking from that pool of 6 characters. And then
Cute.
each of them, in whatever permutations that you are matchmaking them in, have gifts that are unique to them. So the gift giver isn't what makes it unique, it's the gift receiver. So, like, no matter who
Oh.
gives me my gift, I will always receive whatever it is. Because I went through and was clicking back and forth to figure out all the endings.
As we should. As you should.
Yeah, and it hand drawn, super cutie. It has that Rempi look. This is the part that I thought was the most exemplary of the experience playing that one. The tags for that game are family friendly, furry, and LGBT.
Incredible.
And they really are. Like 10 out of 10 it is that, because it is super wholesome. It is very much like you were out thinking about your partner all day, so you got them this gift. You came home or they came home and got you this gift. You made dinner and you're going to watch a movie together tonight. Very wholesome, very cute.
That is really wholesome, really cute.
There's a shirt gift that a character whose name is Daniel gets, and I need the shirt now because it's a button-down shirt with silver rose buttons.
That's so cute.
Isn't that so, like, I was like, wow, actually
Wow.
perfect. Like, and all the gifts are very cute, but that one I was like, I love.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, if you want 15 minutes of a good time, check that one out.
Well, I'm ready to share my first game with you. I played a game called Cat Girl Truckers by Karagath on Itch. The description says the world might be crumbling underneath your feet, but you've still got to feed yourself somehow. Make a delivery, flirt with a cat girl, and stick it to the man.
Hell yeah.
It is not a visual novel, kind of just a novel. It's white text on a black screen, and then you select certain words that are kind of like bold and blue to advance to the next story development, the next page. Yeah, the next page. Or you might have certain phrases that are animated a certain way, or you click on and they change for you to make a selection. There are 4 endings. It takes 15 to 30 minutes to get through all of the endings. So very short game. And yeah, it is Wolowa. So LGBT, romance, and Yuri are its tags. So you play as a wolf named Laurel, and you are
Hades 2 flashbacks. Hades 2 flashbacks.
and you are making a delivery with a cat girl named Ginger. and you decide what to do about gender, what to do about this delivery over the course of that novel. It's about 7,500 words. It was released in 2022, and I would totally recommend it. It does say that there is some discussion of sensitive topics that might make it unsuitable for all audiences. There's light reference to sex, but nothing like too explicit. And there's like slight dystopian tones, but it's all fairly lighthearted ish. So maybe PG 13.
Other than the cover art, is there other art, or it's well and truly just
Well and truly just text.
that's how Dead End Job was too. And I'm always like, wait, what? When the cover art is good, I'm like, wait, no, wait.
I will say I didn't find myself missing the art.
Okay, good.
I'm someone I like to imagine in my brain as I read, so like I could see it, and the descriptions are really great, so I enjoyed that.
Awesome. I've got Spicy Love. I hate to say it, Spicy Love disappointed me a little bit. So, Spicy Love is the English version of a French visual novel called Amour épicé. Épicé? Épique? Épicé?
Let's go
I
FBC.
lived in Paris and I don't remember. Anyway, Spicy Love is the official English version of that French language visual novel. And it lauds itself as a short but spicy story with hilarious, flirty, and occasionally awkward things, lighthearted narrative, multiple choices. It is made by Retro Games, and I want to look more into this person in this game
Mhm.
because the vibe, I'm really curious if it felt really flat, and I can't tell if that is a problem with the translation or that the game is very I don't know. The characters didn't quite feel as full to me as I would have liked them, but I don't
Mhm.
necessarily want to say that with my whole chest because I am like, is this a fault of the translation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm curious. I played a couple paths. Basically, you're a guy named
Ooh.
Seth, and you show up and there's this girl, Melissa, and she's like, you met on Tinder, and she's like, LOL, you came here and now you have to answer a bunch of my questions and then maybe I'll sleep with you. So you go on a couple of dates with Melissa around Paris or around a place in France, answer questions. There you definitely can say things that are wrong that she disagrees with or doesn't like, and then she'll just send you on your way at the end of the evening if that's the case. If you successfully woo her over the course of your date, you get a place to go meet her and she's like, "And the night is only just beginning." And then that's where the game ends. And I was like, "Wait, so I don't know if but it says it's a short game, and I was like, okay, but I was like, man, you're telling me it's a spicy game, and then you're cutting it off right before any spice? Dang.
Yeah. That is disappointing.
So
Wow.
yeah, I feel that there's more to learn about this game and its development, maybe, but it's a browser playable. It felt, and I really don't want to say this because I do not know if this is true or not. And that's why I keep thinking the translation is the issue. It felt a little AI to me. And
Ooh.
I don't that is not an allegation. I don't know, but it was published in 2025. And part of me is like, I don't know, was that used for the translation or something? I know the developer is a solo developer, I think from India.
Mm.
And I don't know their stance on any of that. But yeah, I don't know. It felt a little
Yeah.
flat to me.
Yeah. I mean, there are some forms of machine translation that don't escalate all the way up to the use of large language models, fingers crossed, but
Yeah.
definitely a worthwhile concern.
Yeah, and also honestly, maybe a real human translated it and it's just a little flat. I don't
Yeah.
know. Who am I? I'm just a girl. But the music was good. I really liked it. There was some dope trappy beats that were happening, and then
Ooh.
there was, I cannot tell. I don't think they would have been able to use this song, but effectively Fade Into You by Mazzy Star was a
Oh,
lot of the music without
okay.
the words. And yeah, so oscillating between trap beats and Mazzy Star
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a wild ride. So if you get the bundle and you're just like kind of looking for a weird experience, the like profiles for these characters are just like square profile images that are placed directly onto wherever they're supposed to be, kind of a thing. And the more I looked at the backgrounds, the more I was like, where are these from? What are these? Where did these come from? So I think I'm just a little scared and jaded about the AI possibilities with this one.
Yeah, looking at the description, like the game page too, like it's just
Feels a
interesting,
little.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But I played it and I wanted to share the experience so that folks who maybe thought about it, yeah, I don't recommend it at this point really, but
Yeah, something to
but I can
consider.
appreciate that it's somebody's game. I wanted either more story or less, I guess.
What a rare experience. Okay. Well, I'll go next. I played I played a bit of 3/4 Spell Swap, which is, I forgot to say, Catgirl Truckers is downloadable on Windows, Macs, and Linux, but I played it in the browser, which is also totally fine time. And three
I
four
love how many of these games are browser playable.
is
Like
so
it's
helpful.
kind of fun.
Yeah. And so 3/4 Spell Swap, I believe, is not playable in the browser. It's a slightly bigger game, but you can download it on PC and Mac. You follow the story of a boy who wakes up as a girl and is psyched, very excited. And you go through, you start meeting your friends and seeing if they can see who you are, and they can. And it's basically just a game about the trans experience, but if it were filled with more ease and less hate and love and a supporting community, which it all
Wait, that's so
totally
nice.
is. Yeah, it's very nice. It is interesting because the way that you wake up as a girl is someone apparently slipped you a potion. And this
Ah.
is not the first time you were non-consensually slipped a potion. So that's a bit
Why is
concerning.
womanhood being roofied?
I
Hello?
know.
I've just been rewatching Veronica Mars and being angry about how the storyline is basically just women can't have things ever.
Yeah. But silver lining is that you're totally hype about being a
Hey,
woman. So we'll take
incredible.
it. And yeah, you kind of go down the mystery of like figuring out who keeps doing this to you and why.
Yeah,
It is a
I would
visual.
want to know.
I would want to know too. It is a visual novel. It's not voice acted, but it is super, super cute. You're making choices. You're interacting with your roommate, your roommate's cousin, just a few different datables. There's lovely music and pretty simple, straightforward visual novel mechanics. So I totally recommend. It can be Waloa. So we're here for all the queer games in this game jam 2 days. So I highly recommend you go out and give it a try.
Wallowa.
Waloa.
I keep thinking of I keep thinking of those water bottles. A
Stop.
walla?
Yeah. For those who are not chronically online, Waloa is
I'm
just this
crying.
stupid way to say women. Wait, what is it? What is it even?
WLW.
But it's not women love women, is it? What is
I
it?
think it is. Woman like woman, woman love woman.
Hold on, are we boomers?
Woman lay with woman.
What does Waloa stand for? Woman loving woman.
Yeah,
Okay, I felt insane.
the Owala bottle.
Not me gaslighting myself. Something also super cute about this game is that the little I don't know, I use a Mac, but the little icon for it and in your menu tray or whatever is a heart in the color of the
Cute.
trans flag.
Cute.
Love, 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 love. So yeah, that's 3/4 Spell Swap. Oh,
Sounds like you recommend that one.
I do. And before we move on, I want to give a shout out to the creator. Oh, it was also made by RenPy, which I'm pretty sure it's Pi because it's Python, the script. This game is an awesome game. It was made by Cowboy Starshine. Tags are Cute, dating sim, gay, LGBTQIA, no AI, woo!
Woo!
Atome, queer, rinpai, romance, transgender. An average session takes about an hour. It's in English. You can use your keyboard and your mouse. It's Windows, macOS, and Linux. And it was also updated 12 days ago. So, very recent.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, literally every time I look at this bundle, I see a different game that I'm like, oh, I could give that one a try.
Yeah.
It's so wild. Is that it for 3-4 spell swap?
I will say that it is also the creator's second game in a series called Alphabet Dating Sim series.
Cute.
Check that out. The other game is called 4 out of 8 True Colors. Please show me your true colors. And it is also a visual novel. Kicking it back to you.
I played the scary one. I played Don't Tell My Wife.
How was it? Did you survive?
Okay, so I will say I was really scared throughout this game. So Don't Tell My Wife is a short horror visual novel where you play as Huz, and he plans a special surprise for his dear wife. The game is about 4,000 words and features 9 CGs. I don't know what that means.
Pictures, like the images?
Oh, that would make sense. Yes. The content warning is scopophobia, which is the fear of being watched, jump scares, sudden noises or jarring cuts, and a light use of blood. So I will say I was terrified this entire game, specifically because of the jump scare content warning. I was scared the whole game. I am so scared of jump scares.
Me too.
I would not describe what happens in this game as jump scares.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's just like there are moments that are like a little jarring, like specifically as they said, like sudden noises or drawing cuts, but it's not like the remember the old internet where there was always like a video and then there's like that terrifying image that pops up out of nowhere screaming.
That happened.
No.
Wait, what?
Did you just
I was out.
leave your body?
I was gone. I don't know where I was. Sorry. I heard silence. I was like, what's happening?
You were like,
oh, no.
You were like, she asked me a direct question and I have no idea what
Yeah, no idea. Sorry, friend.
It's all right. Do you remember on much older internet, there would be like videos and stuff that all of a sudden there would be like a very scary image and just screaming sounds?
Yes.
So that's what I think of when I think of a jump scare.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was not that. This was like a big knock.
Oh.
Like, so I would say that you probably could play this game and it would be fine.
Okay, good to know.
And super cute main character, absolutely adorable. I actually am going to send Kanisha, dear listeners, a little picture of this main character because I think you're really going to think he's adorable.
Hey, okay. So cute!
Yeah, he's just so cute. And then you sort of, I'm not going to spoil the ending of this game, but it is a game about love.
Yay.
So it's a horror game where you're stressed out the whole time, but I think it has a happy ending.
Yay! Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. So if you were feeling too scared, then don't be too scared. The tension, the tone is like so good. And it's just like I think that was the one that I had the most fun with, honestly.
Yay. Okay.
So far, at least. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I highly recommend. That one is by Pixel.Gamer. Don't tell my wife. Back to you, Kanisha.
Thank you. My next game, and this is the last game I played today, is called Seascape Paradiso by Natasha Luna. This game was developed as part of the Aesthetic Jam Fruitager Arrow for NaNoWriMo 2024. So it is a game jam game, but it was this is just fully made in 2 weeks. It has about 3,000 words to read all the endings, and it has one female protagonist, one female love interest, so we're again, and 4 endings. And it is a visual novel, so you're just reading and clicking.
Wait, it's so embarrassing how that I ended up basically doing the games that are all the straights.
Stop! It's so
Except
cute.
the furries one. The furry one is mix and match.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just suddenly was like, did I do all het couples and then you did all Wallilla?
It'd be like that
To be
sometimes.
fair, the wife is basically Cthulhu. So,
Okay, so
or not Cthulhu. She's got some things going on. I don't know. Anyway, she's more than a woman,
I'm
like many of
every
us.
woman. Okay, so yeah, Seaside Paradiso was made with Renpai as tags our female protagonists. Fujijiro Arrow, which I believe is the aesthetic. Gay, Josie, lesbian, LGBT, or LGBT, non-linear, queer, underwater, and Yuri. The average session takes just a few minutes, and that is true. I think I went through all the endings because it has autosave, so I was able to go back to the important decision points, and I feel like I got through it in less than 15 minutes. You can play it in English and French, and this was what I loved. It's actually pretty accessible. It has sound captions that describe the sounds to you if you can't hear them, and it also has visual captions, and it has image captions to describe the images to you, because it does have different CGs and things like that, and there are sprites and things. But yeah, so it's colorblind friendly and blind friendly, which makes it a super great game to get into for folks of different abilities. And so you can play this in the browser. You can also download it for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And there's also the jam versions too, if you just want to see what was done in the 2 weeks versus the finished game. I would highly recommend it. You play Jay, a super adorable deep sea photographer, and you meet a mermaid when you do your dive. And then you kind of explore around, click around. I thought a lot about The Little Mermaid, not because of the mermaid that we meet, who is named Echo. She's a cutie little blonde mermaid with a pink tail, but more because you're looking around, you're picking up different items, this and that, and then at the end you make a decision, and I don't know, Echo responds in a way. So, won't spoil, but just super cute, super quick, super fun. And yeah, I felt Twitter related. So, I definitely think it's worth taking 15 to 20 minutes just to have a little break and see some really cute art and hear some really cute tunes in the background.
Yay.
Kick it over to Claire.
Yay. Yeah, so those were our 3 games each, and then I told Kanisha I would try one game in the bundle that is much too large for us to kind of get into as a whole today, but I did play the first about 3 chapters of a game called Code Romantic.
Woo.
Code Romantic is by Pretty Smart Games, which I believe they just released a new game called The Spirit Lift,
Ooh.
and their lead creative developer, Dr. Miko Charbonneau, was just on Honest Indies, another podcast in the space that we like here. And so I actually didn't even know that until after I started Code Romantic, but then I was like, wait, this feels cool. It's also just neat to have a game studio called Pretty Smart Games. I think that's fun. They've been making games for a long time, and I do think it really shows. Code Romantic is a game that simultaneously teaches you. Here's a thing that would be really funny if I actually knew.
C
Is it
sharp.
okay? And that's not C++. That's a different thing.
But they're related. They're C, and they're C sharp. But
okay,
yeah.
Teach me. Actually, okay, wait. Dear friends and listeners, so I think Kanisha has said this on the show before, but I'm about to out her as a smart girl. Kanisha is currently getting a master's in computer science. So Kanisha knows how to code. I don't know how to code, or Kanisha knows much more about coding than I do. She sort of was like, I don't know. What does it mean to know? But I'm here to tell you she knows things, folks. Code Romantic is the first of a 3-game series that teaches C# programming and computer science concepts. The educational concept is based on the AP Computer Science exam and the curriculum of a college level Computer Science 1 course. I think that's sick as fuck. Trick me into learning this. I want to be, I think her name, oh my god, what is the main character's name? I think it's Mina, excuse me. follow the journey of
Cute.
Mina Lovelace because she tries to follow in her mother's footsteps and tries not to embarrass herself in front of Leon, her childhood crush.
Wait, I have to out myself because that is so eerily on point. So my best friend's stage name is Mina, and she just played Ada Lovelace, the
Whoa!
the mother of computing, basically, in a play. So
That's awesome.
Mina Lovelace is crazy. I'll have to tell her that.
Oh, wait, that makes sense as to why
Yeah.
they would name her that. That's so cool. See, this is gonna be a cool game. I think we should cover it
We should cover it. I feel like
because
you'll
it
love it
feels
too.
like something that would be good for us to talk about.
Do you know about Ada Lovelace? She's Lord Byron's daughter, the
I
poet.
feel like I have heard this story, but I don't
Yeah.
know this story. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I feel like you would love it. I feel
Because she's a baddie.
she's a baddie. She's kind of so tea.
Would you like to tell the story of Ada Lovelace?
I don't think
Or
I'll
would
be
you
able
like
to
to
tell
save
it.
it
And
for Code Romantic?
let's save it so I can prepare
Okay.
what I need to say. She did fall ill to madness, unfortunately, but we still love her.
Who amongst us?
I fall ill to madness all the time, so just a real baddie experience. A lot of baddies have therapists and psychiatrists, and we love
And they
that.
all should.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah, so I am having a great time already with this one. I just sort of got to the first the first 3 chapters are like the preamble, setting up how the puzzles work and like giving you the bare minimum of like she's teaching 3rd graders how code works, like how it
That's
talks.
so cute.
And so it's post-apocalyptic also, right? So like you're in a setting where the doors are like barred and the windows are like boarded up
Oh,
and
no.
and she's like teaching 3rd graders, these 2 3rd graders from up the street, Ronan, shout out to my friend Ronan. Ooh, I don't remember the other girl's name, but they're like 2 neighbor kids, kind of like you know how neighborhood kids always be roasting. They're
Yeah.
roasting her left and right and like but they're there
They'll be
having a
on your
good time.
ass.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you kind of I learned a little bit of syntax.
We
I
love
learned about
syntax.
curly brackets
Yes.
and regular parentheses, and I learned when single quotes versus double quotes happen.
Yes.
So-
it sounds like you already learned how to define your own functions. You're already learning modularity.
I've heard the word function a lot.
Tea.
I'm beginning to process. I'm like, holy shit, wait, what if I actually learned something from this game? That would be so sick.
That'd be amazing.
So I find this very inspiring, and I'm definitely going to go listen to the Honest Indies episode with Dr. Miko because I'm excited.
Yay.
And I'm excited to see because they released Spirit Lift, which I do not think is one of the games in the series. I think that is just another game that the studio released. And so I'm like, this one came out in 2020. So I'm like, how's the second game going? What's going
Where's
on?
the rest of
Like,
them?
yeah, I'm excited.
Claire wants to
So-
learn Python.
But I only want to learn if cuties are teaching me.
Right. The real way.
Oh, all right. Well, you got any takeaways from our experience this afternoon with our wild ride and the No Ice in Minnesota bundle?
Play more games. Support folks on the ground in Minnesota and other communities who are being ravaged by this administration. And love each other.
Hell yeah. This bundle has already raised over $500,000 for the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota. And if it isn't so abundantly clear, we here at Date With Us absolutely stand by the people of Minnesota.
Mm.
No ice anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening. And let us know what you think of our speed dating style. If this was helpful, if this was interesting, you can either find us on social media or you can send us an email at hosts@datewith.us. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you during our spring season.
See you later.
Let's do this again sometime. How do we end speed dating?
Yeah.
A little bell.
That'd be
Ding.
funny.
Date With Us is produced and co-hosted by Claire and Phoenicia.
Claire does the editing, and the intro music Glimmer was composed for the show by Jason Duran.
Find us on Instagram and Blue Sky as Date With Us Podcast.
And don't forget to share, rate, or review the show.
Tell your crush about us.
We dare you!
Oh my god, I should put a bell in between all the games.
Okay, that's too much bell. But I
No, too
love
much
that
bell?
idea. I feel like it's
'Cause
too
isn't
much
that
bell.
what they do?
It
Like,
is.
it's like
I think it's too much. But